Yo, what's going on guys? SpaceKong here. So I'm releasing a series of videos to show you guys and girls out there how to get gold for the Elder Scrolls Online. And in this series I will be covering pretty much every way to get gold. Well, any way that's decent, that is. I'm not going to do like crappy ways. I'm going to show you all the best ways how to make gold. And that includes farming, fishing, crafting, etc. I'm going to try and do every single way. And the idea of this series is to suit everyone's playstyle essentially, because everyone has different ways of making gold and playing the game. And say if you don't like to do fishing to make gold, you don't have to, because I'm going to show you all the other ways you can make gold. But anyway, let's get down to it. So, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make gold by doing Dolmens and world bosses. And you will need champion 160 to do this. The reason behind you needing to be champion 160 or higher is because all the items that you get are going to be scaled to your level. The fact that if you're over 160, then the item will be 160. Which is the highest possible level that the item can drop at. There's no point getting a champion 140 or 150 item because it's not going to sell for much gold. You're probably going to get, I don't know, 1 to 2k. Whereas if you were to get a, let's say, champion 160 ring and it's purple, then you'll probably get minimum around 60 to 80k depending on what server you're on and depending on what item it is. So say if it's a drop that a lot of people want, say the Plague Doctor's ring. A lot of people want Plague Doctor's rings because they're amazing for tanks, so everyone's going to be looking for them. But that's just an example. I know a lot of people want the Spriggan set as well, so that would also work. So here I am on the map, just east of Mournhold in Deshan. And the reason why I picked this dolmen is because it has a boss, a dolmen, and it has a dungeon. But you don't want to go into the dungeon, unless you have a lot of time, that is, and there's not a lot of players. But essentially you want to be going between the boss and the dolmen. Now I'm on in peak hours, which means there's going to be quite a lot of people here, so I'm going to skip that dungeon there and just be doing the boss and the dolmen. And it looks like we're just in time because here comes the dolmen. Another thing I like to do as well is, because each of the items that you get from dolmens, you usually get around 2 sets per zone, and not everyone wants to go for both sets at the same time. So what they try and do is they sell the jewellery for cheaper than it usually goes for. So, okay, for example, I'm at the Plague Doctor's, and the second set that drops here is the Mother's Sorrow. And say if they're looking for the Mother's Sorrow, but they get a Plague Doctor's ring, and then you just say in the chat, oh, I want to buy Plague Doctor's jewellery, and then they'll sell it to you for around 20k because they want to sell it really quickly as you're there and you'll buy it, and they're not too bothered about it. Either that or they don't know how expensive it really is. Like seriously, I have made so much money doing it. And then yeah, you buy it for 20k or 30k, and then after that go to a guild trader. You do need to be in a guild trader for this, and then you sell it at your guild store for 60 to 80k, and you've over doubled your profit just by buying it off another player. And if you do get it from a dolmen, then that's even better because you're pretty much a full profit guaranteed. So what you want to do is you have to find a very popular set that everyone wants, and then go to that map and find the dolmen which is closest to the boss, so that way you won't have to be travelling too far to and from. But popular sets also depend on what players are using at that time, whatever's popular. I know that the Mother Sorrow drops here, and that's also worth a lot because it gives you a lot of weapon critical. That's the main reason why I do this dolmen, because you get 2 really popular sets, so essentially you have an even greater chance of making more gold. As for guild traders, always try to get a guild trader which has a good spot, because you don't want to sell at a guild trader that's in the middle of nowhere where no one's going to find you. You always want to get the prime locations, either the main cities of each of the faction or the DLC areas. But after you've beat down the dolmen, you get a nice little chest here, and oh, here we go. Plague Doctor's ring straight away, first try. See, that's 60 to 80k right off the bat. I mean, I'm not always this lucky. I'm usually really unlucky, but you know, that's pretty decent. And I was only here for about 5 minutes, but some people can spend days here and not get anything. So then after that, go straight to the boss and then attack the boss. I know that the chest plate and the legs usually go for the most. Another reason why I chose a Plague Doctor set is because the legs weren't actually in the game when this first came out. And then ZeniMax put the legs in the game afterwards, after they found out that they actually forgot to put it in, and they put it in with the RNG incredibly low, so yeah, they also sell for a lot, even if it's a really terrible trait. And I got the Breaches of Mother's Sorrow. They're reinforced. I mean, it's not the best trait. I'll probably get about 10k for that, if you know. That's fairly decent considering I've just done one run of the Dolmen and a boss straight away, so I've got myself 70 to 90k. That's really not bad. But if you were to get Divines or Impenetrable, then we're talking a lot of gold here. I'm not quite sure what the going rate is for every server, but the current server I'm in right now on the PS4 EU are going for about 50 to 60k, which again is really decent and does not take that much effort. You can watch TV in between spawns, and then it's pretty easy to tell when they come because you can always hear the Dolmens. They're noisy as shit. So to summarise, go between the boss and the Dolmen, killing them and getting a reward. In between that, you can either watch TV or you could ask people to buy their jewellery if they happen to get it, and buy it at a discount rate so you can sell it yourself and make profit. Don't be afraid to barter. I mean, yeah, you don't have to rip someone off, but you know, you don't always have to buy things at full price either. Always try to get the best price you can. But the prices that I said in this video are currently, as this video is being released, for the PS4 EU server. It might be different across all the other servers. You might get more or you might get less, but that all depends on the market. But I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it useful. There will be more later on, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always guys, have yourselves a great day. Peace!